our revenue's now grown 50% year over year for 2 straight years. I've taken 8 weeks vacation this year as opposed to 2 weeks last year. And my cash flow that I'm seeing out of the business, that I'm able to take out of the business, is up. And all of those things are things that were brought to me by APA. The other thing that really made sense to me when I was considering APA was I want to sell this firm someday. So if I want to build a firm that is worth selling, why wouldn't I talk to the guys who sell a bunch of firms? Rather than waiting 30 years till I'm ready to sell my firm, why wouldn't I take the time, invest the time now in making it a valuable firm now, and then benefit from having a profitable firm for those 30 years? When I looked at APA, one of the things that I was worried about was, did I have enough time? That's one of if you don't think you have time for this, like, what are you doing running your practice? It's like that Far Side comic, Square Wheels. APA helps me see it in my business, and now I try and help other people see it in their business. Like, whoa, why are you investing all this time in these areas that aren't working? Or why aren't you investing time in yourself? In the end, it didn't take that much time. I found it was quite enjoyable to do. It was easy to work through the modules. And then I started to see the benefits so early on that it started to create the space, both the headspace and also the space in my calendar for those subsequent sessions. One of the early sessions led to me firing about 60 clients. And firing those 60 clients created so much space in my life that I was able to see the increased profitability of my firm because we weren't being dragged down by these unprofitable clients. And then also the additional space in my calendar because I was able to now start attacking other issues that were way more profitable and invest more time in APA because I'd already seen the benefits. In early 2019, I decided I wanted to buy a traditional accounting firm. I stumbled across a Poe Group listing in my town, and it looked like the right firm for me. The transaction moved really quickly. I think we closed in 45 days, and it was a really smooth process there. The transition into the client base also went really well. And then fast forward 2 or 3 years later, got this accounting firm that's growing that I feel like I'm wrangling every day. There are parts of it that I love and there are parts of it that I hate. And I realized that there's probably a better way to do this. Other people have solved these issues. So I started looking, okay, where can I go to find the answers here? And then Poe Group reached out serendipitously. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, sign me up. And it was a very easy sell for them because I was ready to have that conversation. My practice was at a point where I could see the growth, I could see the good things, but I could also see the things that were holding me back. And I was looking for someone to help me deal with those issues. APA really helped me focus on the essential parts of my business and the clients that saw the most value in my work. That meant I saw more referrals. I was doing better work. My staff were happier because the work was easier to do. I was happier because the work was easier to do. I was able to provide effortless support to my clients rather than struggling through figuring out yet another type of business. So narrowing down on a niche really helped me. APA also helped my team. They never went to a session, but some of the things that I brought back to the firm, like a more focused client base that really focused in on the areas that we were really good at, meant that the work was more straightforward for my clients. They weren't dealing with documentation issues or trying to wrap their head around a new business. They were dealing with issues that they were really good at solving. We also brought back some procedural ideas on how to manage workflow through the firm. I got better at delegating, which meant that my staff had better information to do their work with. So they felt more happy. Really, that's it at the end of the day. They were happier because they had the information they needed and it wasn't a struggle to get information out of my head. The thing that surprised me about APA was the value of the feedback and being in a group of my peers. So the accountability on, okay, you're gonna read this, you're gonna watch this, and then do these worksheets. The worksheets and going through the exercises with my practice, in particular, my client data, and looking at, okay, what are the healthy parts of my practice and what are the parts that are unhealthy? And then being able to talk through those issues that I'm seeing and the challenges that I'm having with both with my peers, but then also with Brannon, to be able to talk about, okay, how do I fix this? How do I make this better? That was something that was way more valuable than just reading it in a book or watching a video. If I'm talking to someone else considering APA, the biggest thing is just your practice is never going to be the same. You don't understand how bad your practice is right now. And I'm sure everyone's practice is great, it's fine, but you don't understand how you're limping along by keeping these clients that are unprofitable or tangential to the rest of your business or never pay you. Those clients are just sapping all of your time and making it so that your practice is harder to run. And you hate running your practice some days because You have to deal with those clients or those issues. APA really helped me carve that out of my practice. Making the decision to enroll in APA was kind of easy for me because I looked at it. I know a lot about taxes. I know as much about taxes as most accountants in my city. I know a lot about accounting, not everything about accounting, but who knows everything about accounting? The thing that I was missing was, how do I run an accounting firm? And that's the piece that APA really gave me. And when I was making my decision as to whether to enroll or not, that felt like the piece I was missing on how to run my business, was how to actually run the business, like how to practice the business of accounting, not just be an accountant. And that's what I was really looking to APA for. And I think I got it. Once you can set aside your ego and realize that you don't know everything, you can learn a ton of new things. And then you even bring that into consulting engagements with your clients. Here's what I tried. I ran into a similar issue. Here's what I did. And even that's brought value to my practice. Hi, I'm Greg Toner, and I'm an APA member. To your guys' credit, like, it's a really good program. Like, I don't know if I was just like right place, right time, but it's a really good program.